As we know, the idea behind the Real World is a financial literacy app. And financial literacy means understanding how to make money. Now, the thing is, some of the things I've spoken about in today's emergency meeting, in today's cigar night, I apologize, should have some of your brains ticking and should have some of you thinking, how can I make money? How can I make money because of some of the problems or topics that Tristan highlighted on his bullshit stream where he just shoots the shit and talks to his friends about the world's problems? Well, I'll give you many examples. There's many, many examples. So we're working perfectly fine. And if you have any questions, feel free to send them through. Here's what I would suggest. Me and Andrew, if you watched the after hours event on our last emergency meeting, we made a point that we sit around discussing all the time how we can make money. How can we make money? How can I make money? What is the method to do it? And no matter what we did in our life, we sat around when we saw anything new, a new business, a new restaurant, something new opening in the city, an event, a festival, a protest happening. And we'd sit around and be like, how can we make money? There must be a way of making money from this. And we found out lots of different ways in our life, and some of them failed and some of them didn't. And some of them were good and some of them were bad. A second. Yes, the stream will be reposted. So let's pretend you're Irish. I spent a good section of my cigar night talking about the problems in Ireland and what's happening in Ireland. And it's not wonderful what's happening, but every crisis is also an opportunity. And an opportunity is an opportunity to make money. Let's say I were a young Irishman. I'm 16 years old. I'm a member of the Real World. I understand drop shipping. I understand how to get cheap merchandise from Pakistan and China on things like AliExpress and get hold of items for resale. Well, let's say you lived in a city where protests were happening. I'm not saying you have to create propaganda that can get you in trouble. I know people in England are now getting arrested for passing out stickers that say things like stop the boats and so on. But every time you see a protest happening, because the Irish are protesting peacefully for now, it's not a riot. No one's going to get robbed or stabbed, hopefully. The people in Ireland are protesting peacefully against injustice in their own country. And every time you see these protests, they've got Irish flags, Irish hats, Irish stickers, Irish fridge magnets, Irish pins on their lapels of their suits and their jackets. Where do people get all these things? I don't know, but there's money behind that. And I'll tell you where you could get these things. You could get these things relatively easily. And you could get them. And you could get them on AliExpress, and you could get them from all the information that you can learn here inside the dropshipping room and the etc. And you, if you live in a small Irish town, could take them and sell them for a 50%, 100%, 200% markup as and when these protests happen. When I was in England, I realized that I've fallen for this trick myself. When I was in England, everyone's seen the picture of me drinking beer at the English football event, the English European Cup final against Italy, I believe it was. And I bought an English hat and a sweater that said England, it said London on it. And I was buying all this crappy English merchandise. And I realized I bought it from someone who was just smart enough to understand that the final may be taking place and the people in London may be going crazy. So I need to get my hands on a bunch of fucking stupid England hats that cost 5 cents each. And I need to put a sticker on them for £7.50 because they're going to be drunk, they're going to be stupid, and they're going to buy those items. And then drunk, stupid Tristan walks up to you and then buys the stupid England hat. So I myself have fallen for this, let's say, but it's not really a trick as such. And it's not a scam at all. You're just fulfilling a need. You're fulfilling a need by making sure that the people who are in a place get the products that they want at that said place and time. Opening up a kebab store or a restaurant or a food stand there costs money, investment. You need some sort of license to sell your crap. If you just have your stuff on the inside of your jacket like the old school, you could sell it and if the police come, you could just put it away. You know, there's a reason people do that. Those are items that you are wearing. That's not items officially for sale. I don't know if you understand this, but when people used to sell watches, etc., maybe they were stolen, maybe they weren't. But if you don't have, let's say, a license to sell your particular wares at this Irish protest, this pro-Irish protest, but you have a bunch of Irish flags, and they're all inside of your coat. If you're walking around with your coat like this and a sticker that says £5 on your chest, you're not selling anything technically because you haven't opened up a store and you haven't opened up a stand. What you're doing is you're wearing things. And if someone wants to purchase something you're wearing off of your own private item of clothing, that is nobody's business besides yours and theirs. So it's a bit of a loophole. People do it all the time at festivals. People do it when they're selling watches and jewelry and whatever. They open up their coats. And the reason they do that is because those are items that are being worn. And the police can't arrest you and take all the items that you're wearing no more than they could take your shirt and your shoes. Obviously, if you're me and you get accused of bullshit, they'll take everything you have. But that's just the way it is. I'm actually glad that this chat is all functioning. No, it will not disappear after 24 hours only. Andrew, don't ask me stupid questions inside of my... This is not supposed to be for you to make stupid jokes. And here we go, the exact same question. Hi, Tristan, could we get some Top G merch? Yeah, there is merchandise on the website. And you better believe if I ever get thrown in jail and there are protests somewhere, people are going to be buying the merchandise from topg.com and reselling it there at the protest for double the price because they're smart. It's just the way that every single crisis is an opportunity to make some money. Yeah. It's a valid question. Subs when? Yeah, so, you know, me and Andrew sitting around doing these after hours moments and talking about and thinking about how to make money with every single thing we say in emergency meetings and on cigar nights is actually very useful. And we've realized that there are lots of features that we should be adding to the real world. Now, this isn't a way of us thinking how to make money. It's a way of us thinking of how to create a better product, which is another way of making money, I guess. All of you who are subscribing, you'll never be asked for another penny more than you're paying. But yeah, when you say subs win, there's going to be profiles coming. There's going to be subscriptions coming. There's going to be verifiable win updates, verifiable strength and fitness updates where you're going to be able to level up inside of the real world. Your profile is going to get higher and higher the more that you achieve. And it's going to be a meritocracy and everyone's going to be able to see what everyone else has achieved. You're going to be able to get the official millionaire stamp. You are going to have obviously get a financial audit done. But if you are a millionaire, you're going to get the millionaire stamp next to your name inside of the real world. It's all going to be fucking awesome. So the real world is just beginning. If you remember now, I definitely would want to stick around because there's a lot of new features being added and the future of the real world is looking bright. Now, what else did I talk about in today's cigar night? Because I've kind of lost track. Yeah. Why not, if you're in Scotland, make a bunch of stupid masks of Hamza Yusuf and sell him at his resignation or at the new party elections? There are going to be people taken to the streets happy that they got rid of his ass. But then obviously that might get you in trouble. But my point is, all protests are an opportunity to make money amongst everything else. Hi, Tristan. Let me read this out quickly. Someone just said, hi, but how would you describe a 19-year-old Tristan Tate? Well, I was thinking very much like I'm trying to think now. You see, I'm not going to do these things because I've got my own businesses to run and I've got my own empire to run and I'm exceptionally busy. I'm not going to do these little things to get my feet off ground level onto my first step, to get my head and shoulders out of the water. I'm not going to do these small things anymore. But Tristan Tate at 19 very much was doing these things. I thought of, I had a business once where premium rate phone numbers. I saw all these people launching competitions, etc. You've forgotten this. It doesn't exist anymore. Competitions for premium rate phone numbers. So text this to this and you can win this. Now, I didn't have anything for anyone to win. I didn't have a car or 10 grand or anything for anybody to win. But I had this brilliant idea where what I would do is I'd run this website where I would create premium rate phone numbers and then sell them to other people who wished to create competitions and take a percentage of each text in. It made me a little bit of money for a little bit of time. I was essentially just middlemaning. I saw something that was happening. I saw people running these premium rate text services for text services for winning prizes and winning vacations and things like that. And I thought, look, even though I have nothing to offer, what I can do is find a way to make these premium rate numbers and then offer a service where people can run their own competitions. I never really talk about that business I ran. It didn't do all that well. I probably only made a few $1,000s from it in a 6 months time, but it paid the rent and it put food on the table. And that was simply an idea that me and Andrew had from staring at the TV and first of all, being told, oh, if you text this to this number, you can win a vacation. I thought, oh, isn't that fucking fantastic? Well, I'd love to win that vacation. And I was like, well, how does this business work? Who takes my money after I text? How do they get it from the phone company? And all of that investigation and going down that rabbit hole ended up me starting this business, which kind of failed. It kind of failed because it had no real longevity. It made a bit of money for a very short time, but it didn't have any longevity in it. And anyway, nowadays, nobody texts any number to win anything. It's all share this on Twitter, share this on X, and that kind of thing. It's Gay Pride Month coming. Sell gay shit to the gay guys in the street. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, fantastic idea. Why not? Why not? Why not go with a bunch of rainbow flags that you can buy for pennies each from China and walk around London and sell them for £10 each on Pride Month? Why not? I don't think there's anything wrong with doing that. As long as you yourself use the money for noble causes, people are going to get their pride flags anyway. People are having this protest anyway. Yeah, that's not a wholly bad idea. There are vendors and stuff selling this stuff at those streets already. Why aren't you the vendor? Are all the vendors gay? Do all the vendors believe in the cause? It's crazy, but yeah, that's a very smart way of looking at things. It's a very good question. Hey Tristan, talking about that, how do you determine if a business is worth it? Do you look at the profits or other measurements? Nowadays, I look at the impact it can have on other people's life. Now I look at the impact it can have on other people's life. So I don't care so much about the profit, but that's because I'm already rich. When I was young, yeah, profit was all I really cared about. Turnover and how easy it was to get off the ground, number one, and then profit second. Because if you can get it off the ground and you can get the ball rolling, then you can find a way of making profit later on. Hi Tristan, how would you redesign the common dating app? What about finding a way to give someone their social number and they can match it in their range? That is not a bad system. Someone should make that dating app. Maybe me. We'll see. I'm reading through your questions here. There's a lot of spam, but... As a disabled combat veteran, I've been told many times my body is too broken to do things I've dreamt of, but my mind is sharper than that. What would you do in my case? Stefan, I actually just completed an interview with a new friend I've made. He's a member of the real world himself. He's a quadriplegic. I finished the interview about 3 hours ago. That's going to be going out on X very soon. I can't tell you what I do because I'm not disabled. However, the guy I just spoke to is a source of continuing inspiration, I'm sure, to everyone he knows. He's absolutely killing it, and it was an awesome interview. So keep an eye on my X page, and I'm going to be posting that interview for you very soon. I know this is the first time I've ever done this, so I'm just going to read a few of your questions out. Happening at universities in America. Yeah, absolutely. These people are spoiled brats, a lot of them, with more money than sense. And the thing about that is, unlike, I guess, selling gay pride flags to the gay pride people, I have no moral problem selling a free Palestine sticker or a free Palestine fridge magnet or a free Palestine hat. Make Palestine free again. I don't know. Give Palestinians rights again on a hat. This is what I mean. Has anyone thought of this up until now? There's money to be made in this. Within 72 short hours, someone could be at the university selling these things for $10 a pop. Somebody from right now who's listening to this. And one of the universities near some of you is definitely protesting right now. So yeah, every crisis is an opportunity, and you have to see things that way. Unfortunately, the world is going... We're going to see a lot more chaos before we see stability. And in times of stability, there'll be different business models that will work. But for now, For now, you need to make money where you could find it. Hi, Tristan. If the possibility was there, would you rejoin Shipwrecked, the reality TV show? Maybe. My time is very, very precious nowadays. Very precious. I'm not sure that I'd waste 3 months in that way. I'm not sure I'd waste 3 months in that way. I'm going to answer one more question. Marketing Ace Sway. Hey, Tristan, what would you do if your family doesn't believe in you and they're all trying so hard to convince you not to work inside of the real world? A lot of people in my family didn't believe in me. Some of my uncles and people who I barely know are now giving interviews to me. I think about me. I think an uncle who I haven't seen in 10 years gave some bullshit interview to some newspaper saying, I don't think he's even worth 200 million. I can't work it out. Oh, he can't work it out. Well, who gives a shit if you can work it out or not? You don't know me. Yeah, if your family are trying to stand in your way, what I would say is test them. Test them. Talk to your friends. Hey, I just spent $50 on this really cool bottle of vodka. I got drunk. See what they say. Oh, yeah, well, I wasted $50 this week gambling on a sports bet. I bet on a horse. See what they say. Oh, I wasted $50 this week on OnlyFans. There was this girl and I wanted to see her naked pictures. See what they say. Because $50 inside of the real world, and I'm preaching to the converted here, you guys all know is an absolutely awesome investment. And nobody seems to have a problem when young men throw $50 away doing anything else. Take out some girl who's a hoe who's just going to try and use them and is no good for them. Spend $50 on pornography, it's fine. $50 on OnlyFans, fine. $50 gambling, fine. $50 getting drunk, fine. $50 on a bag of weed to smoke, fine. $50 on a gram of coke to sniff, fine. That's all fine. But $50 to sign up to the world's best community in terms of financial literacy, the world's most focused group of men and women who are looking to make money, get rich, to learn lessons from people like myself, people like my brother. Yeah, if your family doesn't believe in them, speak with results. That's the best way to do it. Thank you, gentlemen. Right, that sums it up. I'm only doing 20 minutes today. This was a good first run of the Afterburn program. I'm going to be doing this after every single cigar night. It's going to be a lot more focused on the content of the cigar night next time. This was just teething and making sure that we're getting through all the technical problems. But it's going to be during the cigar night next time. I'm going to make some mental notes on money-making tips. I'm going to be sharing them all with you now. I hope to see one of you at a university protest or some sort of protest that's going on, coming home with $2,000 and saying, I made this because, Tristan advised me to. That'd be super cool. If anyone does that, then, I'll give you a shout out on X. So let me know. See you next time.